My name is Father Constantine Nasr. I am the pastor of St. Elijah in Oklahoma City. And I'm very pleased today to have with us one of our young people, our dear Mary Asal. She was born here and she grew up here and attended and graduated from University of Oklahoma. And just we talk about the life on the campus, how it is, you know, and what kind of encounter she does, she faced. So tell me about your experience at university.
Well, I know that in Oklahoma we live in a very religiously active state and part of the country. And throughout high school and college, a lot of times we face a lot of the organizations that are active on campus that may not know so much about our faith and orthodoxy. And so one situation that happened to me was I was sitting on just on campus under a tree, and I was reading, and I had two girls approach me, and they said, "Can we talk to you for a second?" And I was kind of reading, and I said, "Well, I'm busy. Is it important? I'm studying." They said, "Yes, it's very important. Can we talk to you for a second?" I said, "Absolutely. If it's important, let's talk." So they sat down, and they said, "Well, are you a Christian?" I said, "Yes, I am." And they said, "Do you mind if we ask what denomination you are?" I said, "Absolutely. I'm Orthodox Christian. I'm Ethiopian Orthodox." And they said, "Well," and they kind of got confused looks over their faces, and they said, "Well, that's not Christian." And I said, "What are you talking about? Have you ever heard of Orthodoxy?" And she said, No, that's not Christian." I said, "Okay, I think maybe we should switch roles, and you should sit down and let me talk to you." And so I had them sit down, and I said, we're gonna picture my hand as a tree. And I said, here's my elbow is the beginning of Christianity and the beginning of the church, and my wrist is a tree trunk. And so this is the Christian church at the beginning. And so then we get to, you know, where the branches start here, and we have a split, and this split is called the Great Schism. So we're going to call this the Great Schism in 1054. And so here we have the Orthodox Church, and here we have the Catholic Church, or over here. And so there was a split there. And then further here, you'll see other splits happen. So this split stays the same, and then there's some other splits happening over here. You've got the Church of England and Martin Luther. So these churches split some more. And then you'll see more splits and more splits coming from each of these branches. So here's where, you know, your faith is, your denomination's here, and mine is down here. So it's still the original base. Our services and our beliefs haven't changed in 2,000 years, and you're free to come to our church and learn more about it and understand more of our church if you haven't heard about it. But it's the original church, and I am Christian.
Well, I'm glad you showed this kind of demonstration. This is really something that very easily could be explained. You have the trunk, you have the years, and you have the split, the East and the West, and all the other denominations, and everybody belong to somebody. And sometimes we have leaves that just fall down, and branches that just cut along the way, but the trunk's still the same. That's very good. Did they accept that explanation, or?
You know, they kind of accepted it. I think it probably left them curious to understand more, which is good. That's what we want. We want them to go out and maybe ask more questions. So they ended up leaving maybe a little bit confused, but it did open their eyes to the fact that maybe there's something out there that they hadn't considered. And I know that I thought about this story, and I thought about how helpful it would have been if I had some way of showing them besides my hand. And when I saw the pamphlet that you constructed, I thought that would be something great to show them. And so if there was something that was like this, like there is now, that we can give to those people, like that are asking questions, this demonstrates it just exactly like my hand does. So that's
finding your own roots, and everybody need to find his or her own root. Well, thank you so much, Mary, for your insight and your encounter at the university. I hope other people may learn from this visual aid and the comments of Mary.
I hope so.
God bless.